Good morning everyone, my name is Bart and welcome to my second VBA Expert video. In this video I will show you how to handle Windows pop-up boxes. Now I created this script because when I was working on an SAP GUI script I had a Windows pop-up box and unfortunately you can't handle these with the SAP GUI script. So I had to make a bit of a workaround. I did find a workaround made by Cantu, you can find it on his YouTube channel. But it didn't work for me because he uses the spying functionality, which is part of the Visual Studio Professional Edition. And since I don't have it, I had to make another workaround. But nevertheless, it is a bit similar. In any case, in this video, I will use the following techniques. First of the three basics, which are loops, conditionals, and variables. And then I'm using not 3, but 4 APIs. Get window, send message by string, set message, and get desktop window. The creation of this script is cut into 7 pieces. Step 1, create a module. Step 2, copy paste the APIs and constants. These are things which we won't ponder too much upon, we just copy paste them. 3, create a sub-procedure. 4, create the variables that we require. 5, loop through the desktop applications. 6, create a handle to text function. We will need this because when looping through the applications, we get a handle which is a number, and we would like to know what text is connected to this number. And then 7, get the correct application and loop through its children. Because in the case that I will be presenting today, the button is a child of the application, so we don't have to go into deeper levels. So let's get started. So step 1 I already did, I created my module. If you don't know how, just right mouse click, insert, add module. Step 2, copy paste APIs and constants. So there we go. Again, don't worry too much about these. We will use them and you will see how to use them while I'm going through the script. Step 3, create a sub procedure. Created a handle pop-up sub-procedure. The next step is the creation of variables. I will make 5 variables. One is the handle of the desktop window. Then I will have 2 children, and for each child I have both a handle which is a long data type and a string data type. So good. I've got my variables. Now step 5 is looping through the desktop applications. In order to do so, we first get the handle of the desktop window. And next we get the first child of this desktop window. As you notice, what I'm doing here, I'm using a API which has as arguments the handle of the desktop window, and we want to get the child of it. For now we only have one child, but I want to loop through all of them, so I'm creating a loop and I want to loop through all children. Now the way that I know that there are no more children left is when the child returns a 0. So I'm looping until child 1 is 0. As it's currently stating, it will be an infinite loop because child 1 is never changing. So at the end of every loop, I have to change child 1. Now, as you see, it's a very similar method as I used earlier to get the first child. But now we are not basing it on the handle of the desktop window, but of the first child that we got. And we're not getting the child of this child, we're just getting the next handle. So just to show you what it returns, I will loop through it. So we have the main, it's one number, the child, a different number, and if I press F5 again, the child should change. Let's see. And it has changed. And there we go. Now, when I'm looping through all my applications, I don't know which handle is which application. So I need to convert the handle, or I need to get based on the handle the text which is connected to it. Since this is something we will do for a lot of handles, I'm creating a function for it. I've called this part 6, create handle to text function. In this function, I'm using two variables, again, one long and one string. I will perform two checks in this function. The first check is whether I'm actually receiving a handle. If I don't receive a handle, so handle is 0, then I will exit the function. In the second step, I'm getting the length of the text connected to the handle, and based on the length, I will again check whether it is higher than 0. If not, I will exit the function. Some of these API are a bit counterintuitive, because in order to get the length of the text of the handle, I'm using send message. So you see send message, the handle that I want to get something from, but then the following argument will clarify what exactly I want to do with it. And again, if L, so the length of this text, is 0, then I will exit the function. Next, I'm incrementing the length that we receive by 1. I think this is because the returned amount is counting starting from 0, while when we are writing something into it, it counts starting from 1, but I'm not 100% sure. Now we're populating our string only with spaces, and we have L amount of spaces in this string. Next, in the long variable, I'm using the get text on the handle together with the space that I just created. Finally, I am populating the variable, or the function, which I'm actually returning. So now I have a function which I can use to get the text connected to the handle. I will show you which pop-up that I want to handle and which button I want to press. So here is a Word file which I want to print to a PDF, for which I'm using the Qt PDF writer. I will put a link below because it's a free application. And this is the pop-up that I want to handle, so it's called save as. What I will do is I will populate the string for child 1 with the function that we just created. And if this string will be save as, then I know I'm in the right window. So now I will run it, and you will see that it will stop here when it finds a save as screen. So I'm pressing F5, and if I press F5 once more, then you will see here below the save as. That's good. We have the handle of the screen that we want to actually handle. So now we'll do the exact same as we did before. So before we looped through all the children of main, and now I will loop to all the children of child 1. I will set up a loop in a similar way, and it should return things like the save button, cancel button, all sorts of fields which are here available. I will fast forward it a bit because I don't think it's very interesting to see me doing the exact same thing as I did before. loop and I will return all the children of the application. So make sure my window is here and let's run it. This one was still from before. So let's have a look. Save and in is this field or this text, desktop, file name, document. But the one I'm interested in is the save button. So that's this one here. As you can see, mapping an application and all the buttons and all the fields might be a bit tedious because you have to loop through everything. So now I'm going to add a conditional. If the handle that we've got is the save button, then I will click it. Now the clicking is a bit counterintuitive because we're using a API called send message by string. But the message that we're sending is a click. I'm writing the handle of the button. It's child 2. And next what I want to do with it is I want to click it. And once I've clicked it, I will just end the whole procedure. So let's have a look. I've pressed F5, it's gone, and I will open it. And here we are. We've got our document that we created, test document. Now, as you just saw, I only clicked the save button. I didn't change the file name. This is something I might show in the next video, although the number of videos that I've been creating is far less than I initially imagined. So who knows what I will do next. In any case, I wish you a good day and I hope to see you next time.